And hello everyone, and welcome for this CPS 21, Trackmania Stars CPS 21 group stage match. It is the fourth group stage match actually. Week number 2, because it's 2 matches per week. So between Venture and Funtime, which are actually first and second place of Premier League, despite some teams having one extra match already. So it should be a pretty interesting one against two of the favorites of the competition, I would say, because of course they are not the only ones. There is of course Fury, who has won almost everything in tech this year, and of course teams like M&M as well would be amongst favorites. But yeah, Venture and Funtime would for sure be as well contenders for the final victory. Unfortunately, I don't have any graphics ready for this match, because it's it was pretty much decided at last minute that I would be here actually. But we should be fine. As for the format, it's the same new CPS format as the previous 2 edition, if I'm seen for quite a while. So you have 3 maps. On the first one you will have 1v1 and a 2v2, both worth 1 point without tennis mode. And then you have a second map with a 3v3 that's worth 2 points, and a third map with another 3v3 that is also worth 2 points. Both 3v3s are with tennis mode, and yes, then extra rules will come into play for playoffs. So yeah, that means the possible score for this match are 6-0, 5-1, 4-2, or a draw, 3-3. So we should play some matches in order, so 1v1, 2v2, and then both 3v3s. But if both teams agree to change, of course it can be changed if both teams agree. So looks like people are ready actually. Looks like it will be the last warm-up. So I don't know who will play the 1v1 for both teams. And of course the player of the 1v1 is not allowed to play the 2v2, which can be a factor. So good luck, have fun. Looks like it will be Dutchy for Venture against a Troll. So 2 Dutch-speaking players, Dutchy from the Netherlands and Troll from Belgium. 2 very strong players. Should be a pretty exciting one on Volvic by Vortax and Simtech, 2 French mappers. So let's see, a pretty close start. Oops, I forgot to have the names enabled. So following Troll for Funtime, pretty even start actually after 20 seconds of match. Both players still inside each other, only 200 to separate them. Very close round so far. Oh, but Troll has a pretty bad line, so Dutchy now has a 1/10 lead. Yeah, considering how close it is, it might be a bit difficult for Troll to follow, to catch up to Dutchy. Unless Dutchy makes a small mistake, of course. He doesn't have that many margin for an error. He's only 0.1 in front, but Dutchy staying strong at the moment. 45 seconds into the map, so 10 seconds remaining approximately. Oh, no transition back for Dutchy, and Troll will risk it to catch up to Dutchy, but yeah, he will end up making a mistake. So now he is almost 1 second behind, and the ending is not that difficult. So Dutchy will be able to take first point of this 1v1 with a 57.1, 6/10 behind the steady one from Matt, actually from Funtime. So pretty close first round actually. Pretty close first round. Let's see if this 1v1 will keep up this pace. Troll going very wide at the start, and he will lose a bit of ground to Dutchy. But of course he's only 1/10 behind with all the map left to be driven. So he can obviously catch up still. By the way, I don't have my usual mic, so yeah, you can expect the quality to be not so good, but don't hesitate to tell me if like the sound balance is bad or something. So yeah, Dutchy extending his lead. He has now almost 2/10 lead over Troll. Yes, exactly 2/10. Though Troll has a bit more speed, so he caught up one of the 2/10. So still one more chance to go for Troll in the last couple of corners. He will have to risk it. This time he won't crash in this turn, but he's not gaining any ground on Dutchy. This time he is, but Dutchy will have more speed through the last turn, and Dutchy will be able to secure a second round with a 57.0, 1/10 quicker than what he did in the previous round. So that's 2-0 now for Dutchy. Troll seems like Troll can have a similar pace to Dutchy, so it's far from over yet, of course. Both rounds were pretty close. And my hotkeys are not working. Seems to be prominent issues on MP4. So Troll this time is in the lead with half a tenth advantage over Dutchy. This time he won't go wide in that particular section, in that drop. So Troll still in front, Dutchy trying to go for inside lines, but yeah, it's not paying off. Dutchy is losing ground, and now Troll has a pretty decent lead, yeah, over 2/10 lead. Oh, Dutchy will risk it, he will have to go in between poles to adjust his line. Oh, what a risk by Dutchy, once again super close to the wall, but yeah, it's not really much paying off. He's losing more and more ground, even though he managed to avoid the crash, and only one more corner for Troll, and the ending is not that difficult. So Troll will score his first point with the fastest time driven so far in this match, with the first 56 of the match actually by Troll. So yeah, Troll putting some pressure on Dutchy this time by driving a faster time than Dutchy did in the two first rounds. So that's 2-1 now for Dutchy, and we are playing till 7 without tennis mode. Tennis mode only in effect for the 3v3 sub matches, and all sub matches are played till 7, except the 2v2 that is played till 5. Yeah, because otherwise with Dutchy with a mistake. And yeah, the 2v2 is played till 5 because it would be way too long with all the draws that can happen in this game mode. So Dutchy with a very big mistake is over 3 seconds behind. So Troll should be able to tie up the score at 2-2, but of course he can still make something stupid, but I highly doubt he will. These players being very good, they usually don't make too many unnecessary mistakes. And yet Troll will save it till the end with another 56.95, despite being able to save for more than half of the map, because I guess he was aware that Dutchy crashed. So yeah, Troll definitely putting the pressure on Dutchy and taking up the score, because Troll drove twice in 56, which Dutchy hasn't done yet in this match. So let's see how Dutchy will react to Troll catching up to him. And looks like Troll once again has the upper hand at the start, but a very small one. Dutchy still in it. Dutchy with the best line through his corner, so he'll be able to get back inside Troll. Actually, he caught up. Now they're both side by side, and Dutchy with more speed will overtake Troll. Troll though with a more inside line. But through the downhill it will be in favor of Dutchy, but Dutchy will crash the inside of the light, and that means he's out of this round, and Troll will take the lead for the first time in this 1v1. Oh, looks like it will be an exciting one. Both players with a very similar pace. So Troll with a 57.0 will be able to take the lead now, 3-2 in favor of Funtime Troll. Troll, a long-time member of Funtime / Runtime / Lioncast, which are the same names, the same team with different names. I think he's in that team for over 4 or 5 years, with only a short time in Dignitas that last only a couple of weeks. Oh, but Dutchy had a very bad start, but Troll will make a quite big mistake, despite having several tenths of an advantage pretty early in the round. Yeah, Troll is now 1 second behind, so Dutchy has a huge opportunity to take up the score. He can save it at this point. Of course, on tech maps, with high level players, it's almost impossible to catch up 1 second without the player in front making a mistake. So yeah, let's see if yeah, Dutchy is losing ground, but of course he is safing. He's right to do it, and yeah, Troll will make an additional mistake. So Dutchy should secure this round pretty comfortably, and he will with a pretty slow time compared to what we saw in the previous round, 57.6. But yeah, as we say, Dutchy lost a lot of time in the start already, and yeah, then he saved the second half of the round, because yeah, it was not necessary to go any faster as long as you win the round. So it's 3-3 now. This 1v1 still very close. Still very close. It's too early to call the winner right here. And once again, they are side by side after 20 seconds off map. Off run, sorry! Dutch is with a terrible landing. I don't know what happened really. But that was horrible by Dutchy. Looks like he landed, his car nosedived way too much and he landed pretty early. So yeah, he had a very bad angle coming through the road and he completely bounced off the line. Which means now he's 5/10 behind Troll with only a few corners to go. So Troll can't save it at this point. Only 2 drifts remaining for Troll. And Troll should take back the lead in this sub-match. And he will with a 57.14. So Troll once again is the lead, 4-3 in favor of Funtime Troll. Dutchy with a slightly better land at the start. He can gain an advantage worth like a wheel advantage, so the length of a wheel. But Troll is coming back with the inside line, so Dutchy with a better angle at the exit will be able to get back his position 1/10 in front of Troll. Let's put the camera on Troll. Dutchy this time will make this landing smoothly. 0.17 of a lead over Troll. Oh, Dutchy will go, so will have to go outside of the pole. He is able to keep his advantage. Actually, the outside line is not that slow by the looks of it. He didn't lose anything compared to Troll. So Dutchy with the new strat. Only 2 drifts remaining for Dutchy now with 0.35 of a lead, so he can save the last turn. He should be able to tie up the score. Yes, he will. Dutchy with the 57.14. Actually, both players driving very similar times, but not necessarily at the same time. But very similar pace by both players, and as the score shows it, 4-4 now in this 1v1 between Troll and Dutchy. 2 very strong players. Dutchy, of course, who got into the consolidation finals of Gamers Assembly this year. And yeah, 7th in the Trackmania World Championship in 2018. So he has more achievements than Troll, but of course Troll has been a regular top player among the years in the online scene, even if he doesn't play that much individual tournaments. And right now Troll has the advantage with only 2 more corners. 1/10 of lead for Troll. Oh, and Dutchy with a pretty bad line. 0.2 behind. Troll looks like Troll will have it unless he makes a mistake in the last turn, or if he saves too much, but that will not be the case. Troll will be able to take back the lead with a 56.85. Pretty good time by Troll, only 3/10 away from the Daily One, which is also the fastest time in this 1v1 so far. As you can see, Dutchy still hasn't driven a 56, meanwhile Troll has done it 3 times, so Troll with a tiny bit of a pace advantage, but Dutchy with a good consistency so far is able to still be only 1 point down in the scoreboard. 5-4 in favor of Troll. Will Dutchy tie it up again? Oh, this landing looks so precise. This time both players made it pretty well. Dutchy still with a slight advantage, but very slight. Oh, this time it's Troll who has to go for the outside line, but it actually pays off. He will overtake Dutchy with that outside line. A few more corners remaining. Dutchy still a bit behind. Will he have more speed through this stretch, not really, still a bit behind, and Dutchy going very wide, but Dutchy with very good speed will be able to catch up to Troll. The last turn will decide it. Dutchy risking it, but looks like he will fall a bit too short, and yes, he will. 56.86 for Troll and Dutchy in 57.002. Very good run, the closest we've seen so far. But Troll wins a very important round now, because now Troll is up to map point. Troll is up to map point, and Dutchy will have to win 3 rounds in a row if he wants to take this 1v1. But considering how close it is, of course, Dutchy can make it. It will be difficult. But Dutchy is capable of winning 3 rounds in a row. Let's see if he can pull it off. Oh, Dutchy with a very good landing, and looks like Troll is pretty far back. Yes, he is. 3 times behind, but Dutchy with a very bad line. He had to release to not crash, and he has to go for the outside line. So that will allow Troll to catch up. Actually, Troll will even stay in front of Dutchy. So Troll has caught up the 3 times deficit he had, and he's even in the lead. Dutchy can still make it, though it's still side by side, so Troll with a bit more speed through the grass, but way better land by Dutchy. Dutchy able to stay in the lead. Troll with a very good last turn, and will he catch up to Dutchy? No, Dutchy will be able to win this round with a 57.41, 500 in front of Troll. The times are a bit slower, of course, because both players made small mistakes. So that means now it's 6-5 now. 6-5 in favor of Troll, so Dutchy still having to win 2 more rounds to win this 1v1. Meanwhile, Troll is still at map point. Oh, and Dutchy with a big mistake right at the start, and looks like that will be it. That will be it already. Dutchy is 0.7 behind, so Troll will have to choke it at this point. Troll will have to choke it. Otherwise it's in the bag for Funtime Troll. Few more corners to go for Troll. Will he take this 1v1? All he needs is to not make any mistake. Or big mistake rather. Dutchy caught up only 1/10. And yeah, Troll will make it till the end, and Troll wins this 1v1. Very good 1v1 actually. Very nice show by both players actually. That was very good to watch. So Troll will take this 1v1 and score 7-5. That means Funtime is leading now 1-0. Overall in this match. Let's see if Venture will tie it up in the 2v2, or if Funtime will extend their lead in the 2v2. So it is going next map. But it should be the same one. You should go back to the same map for the 2v2. Oh, okay. Looks like Funtime is asking to play the 2v2 in last because Argun is not home yet. That's yeah, amateur esport problems. We are not premium competitions like TMG. So yeah, we have to. So we will play. We were supposed to play 2v2 now, but instead it will play in last to wait for Oregon. Of course, it is allowed if Ventures agrees, and they did. So we'll play now the first 3v3 on divided map made by Kimi and Nevermind. So Steady Mania 1 is held by Mogorian from Elementaries in Division 2 with a 59.24. From this match we have Matt Steady 4, Vag Steady 8. Do we have anyone else? We have Zykos Steady 17, And we have Troll, Daddy 30. And I think that's it for the players in this match. Yes, it is. So slightly longer map than the previous one. 59 seconds for the Daddy one. So this 3v3 will be worth 2 points. So whoever wins this match will take the lead in this match. Both 3v3s are worth 2 points, and the 2v2 who will be played last will be worth 1 point. So let's find out. This 2v2 can be a decider if both teams wins one of the 3v3s. Two more warm-up after this one before starting again. And thanks for the follows, Shibala and Simpact. Thanks a lot. So yeah, 2 more warm-ups. It looks like we have already the lineups. Looks like we have Thompson, Zykos and Vag for Venture. Of course, Thompson, I believe, is the guest player for this competition among Venture. So that's of course a very good addition to the Venture lineup. Very good recruitment. Thompson, very strong player, fast learner, and as well one of the most famous tech mappers in the game. From Sweden. And meanwhile, for Funtime, we have Matt, Troll, and Macy. So Matt, of course, was in the French team for WTC, and for like the past 2 years, he's been pretty much a rising star of the tech, and he has become a very strong player. And yeah, Macy, who played TMGL beta season actually, with not too much success, but he's still a very strong tech player, nonetheless. So yeah, last warm up before going live again. Yeah, what would be a Nevermind map without a freewheeling? As Spam said quite a while back. But yeah, this map looks pretty yeah, pretty classic, but in a good way, you know. It's good old tech by the looks of it. So yeah, good luck, have fun. Will actually, if Funtime wins this match, they would win this sub match. Sorry, they would secure at least a draw. So it's very important for Venture to win this sub match if they want to have a shot at winning it. So let's see, we are live. Zykos with the best start, but obviously very close pack so far. And at the moment it's pretty tough to call who has the upper hand. Looks like it's Venture, but with the smallest of the margins. Though the two Dutch players, Vag and Zykos, are top 2 now, so it's looking pretty good for Venture. But the 3 Funtime players are right on their tail, less than a tenth behind, and looks like it's Zykos who is completely gone. So all of a sudden now it is a round in favor of Funtime, at least as long as Matt is in first place, and very good blue part by Matt. So small upper hand by Funtime, even more now since Venture has bottom 2. Thompson made a mistake, so it will be a point for Funtime, scoring the first point of this 3v3. Pretty convincing round, very good times. Matt with a 59.47, only 2 tenths behind WR, and the other players only 1 tenth behind Matt. So pretty insane first round, actually. Pretty insane first round. Let's see if the players will keep up. So round number 2. Oh, Macy with a very inside line, with no speed at all. He will drop down to last place with Thompson right in front of him, and Vagen Zykos once again with top 2. So good start of the round for Venture, but of course Troll and Matt especially are still right on their tail. Oh, not the best line by Matt, but looks like he's able to stay in 4th place, especially since Thompson didn't get a very good part before the freewheeling. But Matt lost once again a bit of ground. He got caught up by Macy and Thompson. So it's Vagen Zykos in 2nd and 3rd, actually, since Troll took 1st place, and critical mistake by Vag. Actually, he's able to stay in 3rd, so it's still a point for Venture, but yeah, not by a big margin. Vag will crash again, so now it will be a point for Funtime. What a throw by Vag. His 2 mistakes costing him the round, actually. Yeah, it was halfway through the round. It was looking very good for Venture, and somehow it still ends up with a point going to Funtime. So now it's 2-0 for Funtime, which, considering how close the rounds are, it's already a pretty big advantage, if you ask me. Oh, Vag going very wide, but he's able to get away with it. Vag and Zykos once again in 1st and 2nd, but Vag with another mistake. He has the pace, but not the consistency so far. So Zykos is in 1st with a pretty big lead. But yeah, behind him it's Troll and Macy, and looks like it is a point going for... yeah, it depends who's in 5th, actually, because Thompson is in 4th. Depends who's... yeah, Vag is so far back. I think it's a point for Funtime at the moment. Oh, maybe not. I think Matt is even further back. So actually it could be a round for Venture. Depends who comes in 5th. It will be Vag in 5th, so it will be a point for Venture indeed. Yeah, Matt was even further back. I thought Vag was in last because he was, yeah, 7 seconds back. But yeah, Matt was even further. So this time it will be Venture scoring their first round. Their first round of the sub match, 2-1 now in favor of Funtime. Once again, looks like it will be a very close sub match. Both teams playing on a pretty even level. Vag and Zykos looking very pacey, but Vag crashed a lot so far. He's bottom fragging, actually, despite being in the top 2 in every round. He's still somehow with 3 points in 3 rounds only. And yeah, once again, Vag and Zykos in 1st and 2nd place. Will they hold it this time? Oh, looks like it's a Troll with a big mistake, and actually Macy is pretty far back as well. So it's 3 Venture players in the top 4, so even if Matt takes 1st place back, it will be a point for Venture, so they can save it at this point. They have 1 second to spare. They have 1 second to spare, they can save it, they can even let Matt go. They will not crash into the last CP, and yeah, that's in the bag. So Venture is tying up the score. 2 points apiece now. And very good times by Zykos and Matt. 0.4, 0.5 again. It's a very high level match. And pretty close as well, so yeah, that's a very good match so far. And Vag and Zykos once again with good starts. This time Thompson is even closer to the top than in the previous rounds. So let's see if he can get important points right here. But once again, his two teammates, Vag and Zykos, the two Dutch players, first and second, looking very good with Matt and Troll third and fourth. Thompson with a pretty good speed in the free wheel to overtake Troll only for a few seconds. But at the moment, it's not necessary for Thompson to go for position because Vag and Zykos are at top two. Only a few corners to go. Zykos with a very risky line through the tunnel. Over the tunnel, should I say. Vag is back to fourth, but it's fine as long as Zykos can stay in first, and that will be the case. Zykos at first with 59.42. What a time! Daily 18. Actually, yeah, he is improving his own daily by 3,000. Daily 18 in match for Zykos. Very good time, and as well behind him a lot of 0.5s. So yeah, once again a very strong round. These players are playing out of their minds, but that means Venture is now leading this 3v3 with a 3-2 score. Venture scoring 3 rounds in a row actually. Once Vag and Zykos found their pace, but Vag will crash. Commentator curse right here. But it's still a point for Venture at the moment because Thompson is in third. At least as long as Zykos is in first, it is a point for Venture. And Matt can still take it. Thompson's lost quite a lot of speed. I think he got a small bump. And Vag is in fifth actually. Looks like Troll is in last place. He's pretty far back. And Zykos is pretty far in front at the moment. So this round is not as close as the previous one. But should be in favor of Venture. If it stays like that. No, actually no, it's not anymore because Troll overtook Vag. Vag made an additional mistake. Oh, that was unnecessary by Vag. Yeah, you can see even when you're at the back, it's still as important to give it all, as you can see, because Vag was in second to last place, and still it's because of his mistake that the point is lost. So in a team match like that, even the last few spots are very important, as you can see right here. So now instead it is Funtime taking up the score 3-3. Meanwhile it could have been 4-2 without that additional mistake at the end. Oh, Troll going super wide, but he will get away with it. And Thompson, though, with no speed through the uphill, is at the back of the pack. But Vag and Zykos, his two teammates, are in first and second. So at the moment, it is a point in favor of Venture. Matt with very bad lines through the free wheel. He will even crash at the exit of it. So Thompson will move up one position. Vag and Zykos with a pretty big lead. Yeah, relatively big lead. Vag not anymore. Vag is getting caught up by Troll and Macy, but as long as Zykos can stay in first, it's not too important. As long as no mistakes are made in the end, Zykos will make it, Vag will make it, Vag will even get back to second place, and Thompson in fifth, so that will be a point for Venture. Venture will take the lead again in this 3v3. 4-3. Very exciting one. Very exciting one. And once again, point 31 by Zykos. What a match Zykos is delivering. 40 points already scored by Zykos. Let's find out. 7 times 6. It's 42 possible points. Zykos scored 40 points out of 32 possible. And he's doing 0.3, 0.4s all the time. That's insane match from Zykos so far. And yeah, since I said that, of course he crashed this round. That's a classic. But looks like Zykos is still not too far back actually. Zykos can still take the round to his team, especially since Vag is in first. So right now it is a point for Venture. Zykos already back to third, attacking second place despite the terrible start to this round. That's how insane Zykos is playing on this map right now. Vag still holding first. It's not done yet, but slight upper hand for Venture, but Troll is taking back first place to actually follow Zykos. It looks like Vag will get first place in front of Troll and Zykos, so it will be a rainbow in favor of Venture, blue-red rainbow, with a 0.42 by Vag. Very good times. Troll as well with a 0.4. Both teams playing very strong. And now Venture has a 5-3 lead. Well helped by Zykos, outstanding performance. he's able to dominate the Sun match despite the level of the match itself being very high, which makes it even more impressive. So yeah, 2 points lead now in favor of Venture, and right now they have top 3, so definitely an upper hand for Venture in this match at the moment. Far from over yet, though. Looks like Thompson got a pretty bad line. Did he make it though? Let's find out. Yeah, but he lost quite a bit of ground, but his two teammates still in first and second place, so it should be fine. With a few corners to go though, Vag going very wide with a pretty bad line, so Troll will be able to overtake him, but it's not a big deal because Troll is alone at the moment for his team with only one more corner to go. So it won't be a nice. Troll will even get back to second place, but it will be once again a pretty convincing round in favor of Venture with Zykos with 0.36. His consistency is less than 2/10 away from the Daddy 1. That's mental. That's mental. 50 points in 9 rounds. 9 times 6 is 54. 50 points scored out of 54 possible. That's insane. Especially considering how good the other players are playing as well. So that's a map point now for Venture, 6-3. Oh, but Zykos will crash this time in pretty bad turn by Thompson. And this time he crossed pretty hard, so Venture will have to win the round without him. And yeah, it doesn't look very good for Venture because Thompson is pretty far back. Only Vag is able to challenge the Funtime players at the moment. So looks like this one will go to Funtime if nothing crazy happens. With a few more corners to go, Vag is back to first, but that's not enough for his team because Thompson and Zykos are bottom 2. Thompson needs at least third place to get the point to his team, and yeah, he will even make a mistake right at the end and not be able to overtake Troll, but that will not matter. Yeah, a tiny bit a slower run than the previous one, but of course the Funtime players could save it pretty early in the round. So that's 6-4 now. Funtime needs 2 more rounds in a row in order to force Steady mode. So let's see if that will be the case or if Venture will be able to close it out. But as you can see, when Zykos is not here, it's already more difficult for his teammate. when the most important player of your team make a mistake, it's usually yeah, quite often a round loss. And yeah, this time Funtime is on a very good pace with Troll and Matt with a pretty solid lead actually at top 2. Of course, Venture wasn't too far behind, so if they get a very good end, they can maybe do something. And looks like Matt got a slowdown from the tunnel. So Troll is now alone in front of 3 Venture players, so now it is a point for Venture. Looks like Venture will take it if they don't make any mistake in the last turn, and that will be it, despite Troll doing a 59.31, which I think is the fastest time. No, it's tie fastest time of this match, tie with Zykos earlier. So insane time by Troll, but unfortunately for him, it won't be enough. Venture will still win this first 3v3, which means they will score 2 points for the match. So Venture is now in the lead. Venture is now in the lead. And they actually have the opportunity to win this match straight away if they win the second 3v3. If they win the second 3v3, they would win the match. So very important sub-match coming up. And yeah, of course, if Funtime wins it, then they would secure at least a draw, and the 2v2 would decide if it's a draw or a win for Funtime. So if Venture wants to win the match, actually, they have to win this 3v3. They have no other choice. They can't win the match if they don't win this 3v3 right now. So this match will be pretty important. And on the other hand, Funtime is ensured. Actually, Funtime is ensured to lose if they lose this 3v3, and they are ensured to not lose if they win this 3v3. So very important match coming up, very important one on Redemption, map made by Kisla and Spam. So the Daily Mania 1 is held by Bex from M&M, former player for Team Expert, Team Expert Orange to be more precise. So 102.07, the longest map in this map pack. And do we have players from this match in the Daily Mania? Looks like we have Kimi at top 8. We have Matix Daily 29 and Vac Daily 30, and I don't see anyone from Funtime, which is a bit surprising. Maybe offline training tactics, I don't know. Let's find out, I guess. Of course, Daily Manias don't always mean anything. I've casted way many matches in the past where the winning team doesn't have anyone in the Daily Mania, meanwhile the losing team has several players. So I see ya, Tona. Thank you for tuning in, and yeah, see you next time. Ah, okay, Blue Sky, I see. Yeah, I see. I know that many controllers are having issues at the moment with Mania Planet. I don't really know why, but it is what it is. Many controllers are having issues with either not working or not registering the Daily Manias, or yeah, even not working at all. Yeah, I don't really know why we get issues. I don't know if an update messed it up or something. So 2 more warm-ups actually, but yeah, what's really is that Funtime had players in the daily on the previous maps. So 2 more warm-ups, well, one after this one, rather. Oh yeah, I didn't even take a look at the locals, but yeah, that's true. Zami, Vif and Hoop with pretty strong times. Yeah, that would be in the top 10. It looks like they played the match against UB on this server. Oh, looks like we can't see Hoop's car because he's driving yeah, with data, so we can only see him by looking at the checkpoints. That will be a very interesting one to cast. Issues coming from a Hoop playing in mobile data. So that will be a bit more exciting to cast, but at least he's appearing in the checkpoints, which will make it a tiny bit easier for me. Do we have the lineups? Yeah, it looks like we have them. So this is the last warm-up, by the way. Matix, Vag and Thompson for Venture. So Zykos dropping out right there, and meanwhile for Funtime we have Zani, Hoop and Beef. So I believe Hoop is a trial for Funtime. It was inactive for a while actually, Hoop. I remember it was in Exes back then. And then I saw him come back earlier this year. And looks like his performance has been strong enough for Funtime to offer him a trial. And let's see how we will perform right here in this very important situation. This second 3-3 will start. And yeah, high pressure one because Venture needs to win it in order to win the match. And on the other end, if they win it, they are actually ensured to win the match. A draw would still be possible if they lose it, though, depending of the 2v2 score. And looks like, yeah, we can't see Hoop, but looks like he's in 5th place, with Beef and Zami in 1st and 2nd place. It's looking pretty good for Funtime. Beef and Zami with a very big lead right now. Over 10th of a lead for Zami and Beef. Yo, Necrura, what's up? So Zami with a very big lead, even though Beef got caught by Thompson. Oh, I see Matix making a mistake, so Zami and Beef should be able to secure both rounds, and even Vag will make a mistake near the end. So Hoop will actually take 4th place, only 2 tenths behind Thompson, and Matix and Vag and bottom 2. So that point will go to Funtime, scoring the first blood in this second 3v3. So yeah, for those who missed the start, we are playing 2v2 last, so that's why the score is 2-1. We are playing 2v2 in last, so Funtime won the 1v1, Troll won against Dutchy, and then we played 1-3v3 where Venture won 7-4. Oh, Thompson with a big mistake! Vag is in 1st in front of the 3 Funtime players actually. Matix though briefly back to 3rd, but since Thompson is in last place, of course, Vag and Matix needs 1st and 3rd at worst to win the round. Looks like Hoop is a tiny bit behind Beef, but Vag and Dutchy extending their lead. It's looking pretty good for Vag and Dutchy. They pretty much have the lead that Beef and Zami had in the previous round. So if they can hold it, it will be a round for Venture. And yeah, we have only a couple of corners left through the last jump, and Vag and Matix will secure top 2 with 102.6, which is of course a pretty good time, only 3 tenths behind Daddy 1 on such a long and difficult map. It's pretty good performance. So Venture will tie up the score 1-1 now. Is this in this 3v3. And yeah, if you as well missed the start of this 3v3, Hoop is playing on mobile data, so that means he will not appear. His car will not appear on the screen, though his car is appearing on the CPS on the bottom right of your screen. So that makes it a bit tougher to cast, but looks like Vag made a pretty big mistake. So it's looking pretty good for Funtime at the moment, with Zami in 1st, Beef in 4th, and Hoop in 5th. But if one Venture players can take 1st, it would be a point for them. So let's see. But Zami is extending his lead, with Matix and Dutchy right now not having the greatest lines, so they're not able to catch up so far. But Beef is dropping even further back. So let's spectate. Oh, Vag made an additional mistake actually. Let's spectate Thompson. Zami still with a pretty big lead coming through the last jump, jumping very low. With a 102.38. That's a very good time. And yeah, so the previous one was 6 tenths behind Daddy 1, my bad. I got messed up by the Didymania being reset. But yeah, that's a red, blue, rainbow in favor of Funtime. So they're taking back the lead in this 3v3 with a 2-1 score, and yeah, actually Funtime looks quite strong on this map. For what we've seen so far, they have driven point 3s that Venture didn't so far. And yes, Venture players also made more mistakes in the first 3 rounds. But of course, it's only the beginning of the sub match, a lot can still happen, and this time Venture has a very good start to this round with Matix, Vag and Thompson both at top 3. Yeah, looks like Hoop is in last place, even in the CPs. Zami is overtaking Thompson, but he's alone for his team at the moment. Beef is 0.17 behind. Even further back, Beef with a mistake, and looks like Hoop is even further back. Through the last couple of corners we go. Oh, and mistake by Zami, so it should be an ace for Venture with only one turn remaining. The ace should be secured, yeah, one more jump and that's it. Matix, Vag and Dutchy with a bit slower times, but maybe a bit more consistent, able to tie up the score at 2-2. Zami trying to regain the confidence of Hoop. Making a few mistakes so far, but of course we didn't get to see them. Thompson though with a pretty big crash, so he will most likely fall down to last place, but Matix and Vag are off to a very good start actually. Beef and Zami all crash and Hoop as well, I think. No, Hoop is actually side by side with Matix and Vag, so that will be very that kind of situation where it will be very annoying to cast. But yeah, since Thompson is already back to 4th place in Black or 5th, even if Hoop takes 1st, it wouldn't be a big deal. Zami and Beef getting both mistake very early in the round. So Vag and Matix can pretty much save it, no matter where Hoop is. So Vag and Matix will take 1st and 2nd place, at least for now. No, Hoop will take 2nd place actually, 200 in front of Matix, but that will still be a blue-red rainbow for Venture. So Venture taking the lead in this match, 3-2. And looking at the scoreboard, looks like it's pretty even actually. No player really far at the back. First place having 22 and last place 13, and yeah, you don't have really big gaps so far between the players. Maybe like you can split the top 3 of Matix, Zami and Vag, and the bottom 3 of Hoop, Thompson and Beef, but yeah, all 6 players are showing a good homogeneity so far. And slight upper hand for Venture so far in this round, of course depending of where Hoop is. But Vag is in 1st place in front of Zami and Thompson. Matix is in it as well. Looks like it's Beef who made a small mistake. Thompson with no speed at all through this long stretch will get caught up by Beef and will lose the back in front, but it's still in favor of his team. Looks like Beef made an even more mistake, so Zami is the only hope of Funtime right now. And yeah, it will be a point for Venture with Vag in 1st, Matix in 3rd and Thompson in 4th. Let's see where Hoop will end up. Maybe Hoop got a disconnect actually. Yeah, Hoop didn't finish, so I don't know if he disconnected or something. But that's nonetheless 4-2 for Venture. No, Hoop is still in the server, he talked in the chat. So 4-2 in favor of Venture actually. Venture taking 2 points lead, 3 points away from winning the match right now. Let's see if they can keep up this pace. Oh, Vag with a mistake. He was in 1st place, so that's pretty important. It is still a rainbow in favor of Venture, I believe. Of course, depending on where Hoop is. He appears in last place right now. But yeah, Beef now will take 1st place with pretty bad downhill by Thompson, at least less good than his opponents. And Beef and Zami with a very good section will get the run in their favor for now. With pretty good speed in the stretch as well. So Beef in 1st, Matix in 2nd, Zami in 3rd. Only one corner to go. Will the Funtime players throw it away or not? Looks like they won't. Beef and Zami should be able to take it. It will be Matix instead hitting the sculpture by jumping too far to the left. So Beef and Zami with top 2 will be able to win this round. So Funtime staying alive in this match by reducing the score to 4-3, far from over yet. Funtime of course can still take it, they're only 1 point behind, they have shown a pretty similar skill level so far. They even shown slightly faster times than the Venture players, at least Zami did. And Thompson with a pretty big mistake. It's not the first time that Thompson crashes at this spot. But Matix isn't first, still not enough I think for Venture, unless Hoop is really in last. Or Vag having to release once again, so it's pretty hard for him to get back into the top 3, losing even more ground. And Beef is able to take a first place out of Vag. Let's follow, sorry, for Matix. Matix is back to first place with a very good stretch, over 10ths in front of Beef. Beef with a mistake, so now Vag is back to third, so right now it is a point for Venture. Matix just need to save the last turn and Vag as well, and they will do so. Matix and Vag will secure these points that will be most likely a blue-red rainbow. No, actually it's not! It's not because of Hoop taking third. Oh my god. So because of Hoop getting third, it will be instead a point for Funtime. This internet problem, man, from Hoop. It's so hilarious. But that makes it so more difficult to cast and to follow. That's quite unfortunate. But that means the score is all tied up now. A 4-4 and Vag with a mistake, so Venture is not in the greatest of the moods right now. Even though Matix and Thompson are back at top 2. No, Beef is still in second, but I think both players made a mistake. Only Thompson, I think. Yeah, only Thompson made a mistake. I saw for a second 2 players going off, but it was only Thompson. So unless Hoop is in last place, it is a point for Funtime at the moment. If Matix, so yeah, the only chance. Oh no, Beef with a mistake. Will it be costly? Will it be not? Let's find out. But Matix should be able to take first place. It was Zami, and yeah, Beef will get overtaken by all the Venture team. What a critical mistake by Beef. Of course it depends. Yeah, especially no. And once again, Hoop is in first, so that means it will be a point for Funtime. That's so annoying. So that means it is 5-4 for Funtime now. Because Hoop got first and we couldn't see him. We couldn't see his car on the map. Oh, that's so weird. That's so weird. But that means it is 5-4 for Funtime now. So it looks like Venture has a small upper hand. And actually both times it's very close by how much Hoop can take the round. It's by 100 every time. Both times he took the round to his team for 100 or 200. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it is a rainbow for Venture at the moment, but of course Hoop can still be in first. We will find out only at the end. Matix and Vag though should be able to secure top 2. Oh, actually Vag will lose second place near the end, so depending on where Hoop will end up, it can actually change things. Let's find out. No, Hoop is in 5th this time, so it will be a point for Venture. Yeah, that's pretty stupid, and yeah, I'm pretty sure Hoop is not seeing the other cars. Or at least not very well. I guess Hoop sees the car in the checkpoint. He sees everyone teleporting if he puts cars on, and if he looks at the checkpoints, I guess he would be able to see the cars with the rankings with a few seconds delay. That's my guess. So yeah, 5-5 now. So this match is far from being over. We can actually have a tennis mode right here, and of course both teams need to win this match in order to win the match. So very tense moment right now. It is a rainbow for Venture, unless Hoop is at the top. Beef though will be able to take back first place. Matix though has a ton of speed. He will catch up to Beef. Through the long stretch we go. Who will have the best speed? Oh, actually Beef has a bit less speed than the two venture players. So Vag and Matix will be able to take back top 2. The last couple of corners will decide it. Vag with very good speed will get back to first, but with a pretty wide line, not that much of a lead. But it's up to for Venture right now with Vag and Matix taking back the jump. Zami with a crazy comeback at the end, but it won't be enough. It will be top 2 for Venture, and even if no, actually if Hoop is first. And Hoop is first. Hoop is first with a .38. Very good time by Hoop. But that means once again. Once again, the point will go to attack because of Hoop's placement. Oh my god. And you can see in the scoreboard actually it's Beef and Thompson quite at the back, but it's pretty even with Matix and Zami both top fragging. So it's pretty even actually at the scoreboard. But it's 6-5. Very important map point for Funtime right now. Venture needs at all costs to win this round for Steady mode. Otherwise they won't be able to win this match. Beef with a mistake, so it's top 2 for Venture right now with Thompson and Matix. Though Zami is still able to challenge Matix. Matix has slightly more speed to the downhill. Wider run by Matix, he will generate more speed than Zami most likely. Not so much. Thompson still holding first. Pretty even speed by all 3 players. The others are still pretty far back. Vag is in fourth with a 9/10 deficit, but of course the battle at the back will be almost as important as well. Zami will be able to take back second place. So Thompson in first in front of Zami, Matix and Vag. So that should be a point for Venture unless Hoop is in first, of course. Let's find out. Looks like Hoop didn't finish this round. So it's tennis mode. So it is tennis mode 6-6 now. So if you're not familiar with the game, tennis mode means you will have to be 2 points clear from your opponent to win the sub match. Pretty much like a tie break in tennis, hence the name. So yeah, it's 6-6 right now. Vag with a pretty big mistake. Matix in first, Zami in second, Thompson in third. Of course we don't know where Hoop is. So that can be a bit sketchy. But yeah, Matix in first, in front of Zami. Pretty bad turn by Thompson will allow Beef to catch up to him. Even though he has slightly more speed, he will be able to stay in third at least. Zami though is very inside line, may challenge Matix for first. So Matix has more speed through the apple, so he'll get a lot pretty big lead. Zami will a mistake at the end, so it will be top 2 for Venture. That could be important. Vag only in fifth, so let's find out where Hoop is. If Hoop is in first, it will be a point for Funtime. And Hoop is in first. So it's 7-6 for Funtime, but it's not over yet since it's tennis mode. I don't know what you tried to post. I think you got wrecked by Nightbot for maybe excessive caps, or if you posted a link. Yeah, I guess it's Nightbot who wrecked you. Because I don't think any mod is here. Sorry for that. I actually cannot see what you tried to post because I have chat on my phone. But yeah, Vag in first in front of Zami, Thompson and Matix first, third and fourth. Let's see. Of course, the position of Hoop will matter a lot in the outcome of this round. But Zami right now is alone for his team in front of 3 Venture players. So. Depending on where Hoop is, it is a point for Venture unless Hoop is at is the top 3. Oh, Vag with a very bad line. So Zami should be able to hold first, and he will in front of the 3 Venture players. Where is Hoop? That will be very important to know. Will it be GG or not? Beef will be able to finish. Where's Hoop? Hoop is in okay. Hoop is in 5th. So that will be a point for Venture, 7-7 now. 7-7, so not over yet. It's a deuce, the first deuce, if you can speak like in tennis. 7-7. Pretty good start of the round for the Venture players with Thompson and Vag. Thompson and Vag at top 2 with a very good start. Beef going very wide, and Beef will actually clip the grid, the edge of the block, and will flip his car. So I don't think he will be even be able to finish, because respawn is not allowed in this tournament. So it's top 2 now for Venture with Thompson and Vag. Zamizo is not too far behind. Matix in fourth, 1 second behind. Zami is back to second place, a bit more speed than Thompson through the stretch. Actually, Zami can still have a shot at first place and pray for the Hoop Hero to get the round to his team. And very good end by Zami, but Zami will crash just before the end. Zami will crash just before the end, and it will be instead be a top 3, an ace for Venture. Oh, and it mattered! It mattered! If Zami didn't make his mistake, he would have been in first. No, it's Beef. No, it's Zami. It's Zami. I already forgot. But what a critical mistake! The run would have gone to Funtime without that mistake in the end. So it's 8-7. Venture still needs one more round. It's match point for Venture right now. It is match point. Will they close it out, or will we have a new deuce? Let's find out right now. It is top 3 for Venture, looking very good in this round. But Beef and Zami are not too far behind, only 0.08 and 0.24 behind first place. Beef is even coming back to third, but it's still the two Dutchies in front. Beef though with a very good line through this turn. He has a bit less speed though than Matix, but Vag with even less speed. So Beef is still in second place, though he has maybe a bit less speed through the uphill, but Matix with a very bad line. So Beef now is in first, now in second. Oh, and Vag will crush the ends. That means Beef will take this round in front of Matix and Thompson. I'm in fourth. So if Hoop is not last, it's a round for Funtime. Where's Hoop? Where's Hoop? Hoop is in fourth, okay. So that's a point for Funtime actually. So it will be a deuce. Oh, what a critical mistake by Vag. Yeah, it's Vag who crashed in the end. That mattered as well as Beef mistake mattered as well. So you can feel that the pressure is pretty high at the moment. Very important moment of this match. Deuce number 2. Deuce number 2, 8-8. And slight upper hand for the Venture players at the moment. Thompson in first, Zami in second place, Matix in third, but it's very packed. It seems like only Zami is in it. Beef is 0.27 behind, but Vag has a terrible line. Maybe Beef will be able to catch up to Vag, and looks like he will. Terrible end once again by Vag. Though it will be top 2 for Thompson and Matix unless a random Hoop appears. So at the moment it is a point for Venture, but if Hoop is in first, of course. Hoop is in fourth, so that means it will be a point for Venture. A very good time by Thompson, 102.45. That's a good time. So once again, 9-8, match point again for Venture. Match point number 2. Match point number 2. Matix now top fragging with 75 points, and you can see that Beef is a bit struggling. Of course, not too much. He's not like underplaying like crazy, but yeah, he's pretty far back in at the scoreboard between the other players. Though it's pretty close, even though Zami is clearly the best man for Funtime at the moment. with 68, but it's very close between Thompson, Vag and Hoop in the scoreboard. And yeah, pretty close round actually, with Vag and Matix at top 2 with Zami pretty close. Thompson with a very big mistake, and Zami is back to first, so it could be a point for Funtime at the moment. Matix will have to risk it to get first place. Will he? No, he won't. So if Hoop is not in last place, it would be a point for Funtime. So let's find out where he is. Hoop is in 5th. Okay, so that means it is a point for Funtime. So it's deuce number 3. Deuce number 3, 9-9. What a match! What a map! 9-9, and Vag with a big mistake already, and yeah, as a small reminder, Venture has to win this sub match to win the match. Yeah, if Venture wins this 3v3, they win the match, and if Funtime wins this 3v3, it's either a win for Funtime or a draw, depending of the 2v2 coming up afterwards. But we see Thompson and Vag with both big mistakes. Oops, wrong. I clicked on the wrong window. But yeah, so at the moment it looks pretty comfortable for Funtime. Beef and Zami can just save it at this point, because Vag and Thompson are over a second behind. So Beef will take this round in front of Matix and Zami. So Funtime will move up to map point. So yeah, this time it won't matter where Hoop finishes. We'll finish in 4th. And yeah, pretty close round actually between top 4. 4 players in 1/10 on such a long map. So map point for Funtime. If Venture wants to win this match, they have to save this map point. Will they succeed? Let's find out. 10-9 in favor of Funtime on this 3v3. Matix in first, Thompson in second place, Vag in third, but Beef is close behind. Zami a bit further back, 2 tenths behind the leading pack. Vag though has dropped down a tiny bit, he got caught up by Zami. Beef moves up to second place. So pretty close, one slight upper hand for Venture right now. Of course it depends on where Hoop is. Depending on where he is, it can still be a Funtime point, of course. Matix in first in front of Beef. Then we have Vag and Thompson, third and fourth. Through the last couple of corners we go, still an upper hand for Venture at the moment with Matix in first. Will someone crush the end? Looks like it won't be the case. The position will stay the same. And very good time by Matix, 102.38. Yeah, it is his best time so far, and it is the fastest time in the match so far, 1000 in front of Hoop. Yeah, so very strong time. If Hoop was in first, it would have been a point for Funtime, but I would doubt it considering Matix's crazy time. So it's deuce number 4 now, because these points will go to Venture, so it's 10-10 now. Deuce number 4. Deuce number 4, what an intense 3v3. 10-10, can you believe it? Matix and Thompson at top 2 at the moment. Zami in third, Vag in 4th place. Looks like Beef made a critical mistake, because yeah, you can see Beef is still underneath the other players. He's so super far back. He must have made a very big mistake. Zami in first in front of all 3 Venture players. Zami can still of course hold first, hoping for Hoop to be in the top 3, because we already find out at the end of the round where Hoop will be due to his bad internet connection. So Matix is back to first right now in front of Zami. Thompson and Vag are still in, only Thompson actually. Vag is 3 tenths behind, he will end up in 4th most likely. Matix can now maybe save a bit for the ending. Matix will lose a lot of speed at the end, and actually Zami will overtake him. And yeah, it will be all 3 Venture players behind him, but that will be depend on where Hoop will end up. If Hoop is in top 3, it is a point for Funtime. Oh, and Hoop is in third, so it is a point for Funtime, and it's map point for Funtime 11-10. The bad end by Matix mattered. The bad end by Matix mattered, because if he was in first, it would have been a point for Venture. So that's a bit of a choke by Matix right here, even though he stopped fragging so hard. You can't blame him. I mean, you can't blame for mistake like that the player that he stopped fragging by 10 points and 10 points clear of Zami and 30 points clear of the other players. But still, that mistake mattered. So it's now a map point for Funtime 11-10. And they're looking pretty good in this round actually, with Beef in second place and Zami in fourth. It's far from being over yet. The stretch will be a decider factor right here. Thompson having very good speed through this stretch will be able to overtake Beef, yes, but Thompson will go very wide and both Beef and Zami will overtake him. Oh, Vag going super close to the wall, but Vag should be able to take this round. Yes, he will. Beef and Zami, so second and third. Yeah, Hoop only needs fifth, I think. And yeah, Hoop won the round actually, so that's GG. That's GG. Funtime will win this 3v3 with a score of 12-10. What a crazy sub match. But that means the match is not over yet. Because we have still a 2v2 yet to be played, and the match can still be a draw. The match can still be a draw. If Venture wins the 2v2, it will be a draw. And if Funtime wins the 2v2, it will be the victory for Funtime. Because of course, right now the score is a 3-2 in favor of Funtime, and the 2v2 is worth 1 point. So stay tuned. The match is far from over yet. Even though Venture cannot win it, they can still get a tie. And of course, since for the group stage, the victory is worth 3 points, the draw is worth 1 point, and the loss is worth 0 points. So yeah, indeed, the Hoop shenanigans made it a bit more exciting. Maybe that's what TMGL needs, like players with bad internet connection to make it more viewer friendly. Because that for sure was a roller coaster of emotions, having to wait to see where Hoop ends up. So yeah, now Harugan has to come to the server though, because yeah, we are playing 2v2 last because he couldn't get it in time, but he's still not on the server. Maybe he was warming up. There he is. Harugan, the Portuguese player. I think yeah, he's pretty new to Funtime. I don't think though it's his first competition with Funtime. It's already since a few months. So we are back on the 1v1 map for this 2v2, and that means Dutchy and Troll are not allowed to play because they played the 1v1. So looks like for Funtime it will be Matt and Harugan. Meanwhile for Venture we have still 4 players warming up. So yeah, I guess we have a few more warm-ups. Did they say anything? Not really yet. So yeah, we'll maybe that moment can get some TM awards if you're here NMD. And yeah, it's Mawile for TMNF, a guest player for Venture for this competition. I don't know where. You know, he's a Portuguese as well. Wait, didn't this guy had another nickname before? Or am I mistaking him with another one? Because that login, I think I know that login. Like someone from Q. I forgot his name. A Portuguese guy who was in Q. It might be. I forgot. He played for Q and HPD, but I forgot his nickname. No, not Kawi. Kawi is Estonian. Kawi is not Portuguese. He played for Q in 2016, not this year. But yeah, it was not under the nickname Mawile, but I think it's a guy who renamed himself. I'm pretty sure. But I may be mistaking him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know this login. But yeah, I forgot the name. So, I don't know how many more warm-ups we. Okay, 2 warm-ups. So I guess this one and another one. So we're back on Volvic by Simtek and Vortex. So Matt has the DD1 who is 56.57. Zykos DD2, Mawile DD6, Arugan DD7, Dutchy DD8, Troll DD9. And who else do we have? That's it for the players in this match. Yeah, actually that's true. We have quite a few TMNF players right here. Zykos and Vag are still playing TMNF as well. And yeah, of course Mawile is playing TMNF. So looks like we are live. Good luck and fun. So it will be Mawile and Zykos versus Arugan and Matt. And looks like someone has not started. That's Arugan. Arugan didn't start, so I guess we will have an end round. So yeah, Arugan didn't start, so we have an end round. So attempt number 2. This 2v2 will start out, so if Mawile and Zykos wins it, the match will be a tie. If Arugan and Matt wins it, Funtime wins the match. So pretty simple task, this 2v2 will play till 5 without tennis mode. And if you ask why it's played till 5, it's because of the huge amount of draws that this game mode can offer. So it will be way too long to play till 7. It can already be pretty long to play till 5. So it looks like Zykos has a pretty big lead, but Mawile is in last right now. It would be a tie. Oh, but Zykos with a pretty big mistake, so it looks like it will be a point for Funtime. Arugan and Matt having a pretty big lead over Mawile. Arugan and Matt, first and second. Mawile is half a second behind, so it looks like it will be first blood for Arugan and Matt. Funtime taking home the first round of this 2v2. We just ensure that the scoreboard is completely up, correctly up, sorry, yes it is. So 1-0 in favor of Funtime. Venture player starting pretty well around Matt. Matt with the least good start out of the 4 players, 1/10 and a half behind. Oregon though is still in it, battling with Mawile, and actually Mawile with a very bad drop will actually be 4/10 behind, so he will have to rely on Zykos taking first in order to save the draw. Oh, but Matt will make Oregon, sorry, will make a way bigger mistake than what Mawile did. So that means it is a point for Venture at the moment, as long as Zykos stay in first place. Because now Oregon will be several seconds behind. Only one more corner, Zykos can save it. He's super far in front of Matt. And 56.77. We didn't see that fast of a time during the 1v1 earlier on. So Venture will tie the score 1-1 now. Venture still want that point from the draw. Oh, Mawile with the outside line, but he will be able to catch up in the upcoming stretch with more speed. Matt in first, but it's pretty closely packed. Still too early to call this round. We have all 4 players going for the inside line. Looks like we have 2 battles, one between Zykos and Matt, and one between Oregon and Mawile, and both battles will be very important. Zykos is taking back first, but Oregon is taking back third, so right now it is a draw. At the moment it is a draw. Yeah, it looks like it will be it. Zykos will take first in front of Matt, Oregon and Mawile, and very fast times, way faster than what we witnessed in the 1v1. 0.68 by Zykos. Zykos is playing out of his mind tonight. And Matt with 76, that's as well faster than what we saw in the 1v1. I think it was 85, the fastest time we saw in the 1v1. And we have already 3 players with faster time than that. Only Mawile yet to get to 56, and yeah, Dutchy actually didn't get a single 56 in the 1v1 neither. Oh, but looks like Mawile made a mistake, so it should be an easy point for Funtime, because I think he even fell off the map. Hey Hoop. Your internet made it pretty exciting. Oh, mistake by Oregon. Small mistake by Oregon, so Matt is alone at the top, but I think Mawile will not be able to finish, so that will not matter. And it will indeed not. And thanks for the follow, Odys. So it's 2-1 now for Funtime. Funtime having a small upper, and looks like Mawile is struggling a bit in these early stages of this 2v2. And here once again, Mawile with not a very good start, but Matt with a big mistake. So Mawile can now take it a bit easier, because Zykos is in first, so he can save it a bit and the point will go to his team. Or at least he can rely on Zykos, who's playing very good tonight. But Oregon is catching up to Zykos, so let's spectate Oregon. Oregon 0.17 behind Zykos. Look at Zykos got a way better section right here, and he's taking a bit more of a breeze. One more corner to go only for Zykos. And Zykos will take this round. A late mistake by Oregon will not change anything. Mawile will save it in third place, so Venture will be able to tie the score. So it's 2-2 now. So it's still a pretty close one, and pretty even in the point standings as well. 15 points for Zykos, 14 for Matt, 12 for Oregon, and yeah, only Mawai a bit at the back with 7. But this time Mawai has a pretty good start. But this time it's Zykos with a mistake really early on. Zykos, unfortunately for Mawai, is 8 tenths behind. Oh, and Mawai will get a terrible landing and completely he will completely stop on the transition. Oh yeah, that's a run to forget for Venture, because now it will be very easy for Funtime to save it till the end. That's essentially a free point for Funtime. So Funtime should be able to take back the lead. So yeah, but and Oregon will keep it with pretty safe times, but of course it wasn't needed to go faster since Zykos and Mawai died so early in the run. So it's 3-2 now for Funtime. Funtime keeping their small lead they had till the beginning. Zykos and Mawai with a pretty good start this time and pretty good speed out of this corner as well. So slight upper hand for Zykos and Mawai. But Oregon and Matt are still in it, of course. They are only 1 tenth behind. Mawai once again having trouble with his drop. Once again, he will lose a lot of time. He's 3 tenths behind. So right now it is a draw, but Zykos' lead is shabby. Oregon and Matt can still get the round go in their favor, but Zykos at the moment is holding firmly first place. He's going super close to the wall and to the border. Zykos is risking it. Let's follow Matt actually. Let's follow Matt that can take first place still. Now looks like he lost a bit of ground. And Mawai made an additional mistake and will end up 1 second behind. So it will be a draw. With pretty fast time. Once again, 74 by Zykos and 82 by Matt. That's fast. So the score will remain 3-2 in favor of Funtime. Mawai is pretty far back now in the point standings. But at the moment, Zykos can keep him alive in this match. But Mawai this time is off to a pretty good start. He's in third place. Matt, not so much. He's a bit further back, but by only 1 tenth and Oregon is gone. So Mawai and Zykos now at top 2. That would be good for Mawai confidence. After this rough start of the match, he's on a good run actually, right on the tail of Zykos, and they can actually save it at this point because both players made a mistake for Funtime. So that's an important run for Mawai. That will boost his confidence. And yeah, Mawai getting his fastest time of the match with a 56.99, and he could save the end. So that's pretty important for Mawai, and important for Venture even more, because it's 3-3 now. Venture scoring the point. Oh, and it's Matt crashing at the start. So Zykos and Mawai will have a big upper hand because Matt is 6 tenths behind right at the start of the run. Oregon has to take first place to save the draw, unless one of the Venture players make a mistake. But they can take it a bit easy at this point because they are at the moment ensured to not lose this round. On the Venture side, Zykos isn't first, but it's still pretty close. Very tight line by Zykos, so it won't generate much speed. He will get caught up by Mawai and Oregon. Mawai actually moving up to first. Very good section by Mawai. Let's follow Oregon. Oregon is back to third, so it's top 2 for Venture. And Oregon will make a mistake, so the both Venture players can save the last turn. And that's it, boys. 56.9. Mawai stepping it up with 256 in a row, and considering how good Zykos is playing at the moment, of course it will quickly make a difference. And yeah, the two good rounds by Mawai will result in 2 points for his team. So right now it is 4-3, mad point for Venture, which will grant them a tie. So can we say that it's a tie point? If that makes sense? Let's say it's a tie point. Meanwhile, Funtime will have to win 2 rounds in a row because there is no tennis mode in the 2v2. At least not in group stage. There will be in playoffs, so it's tie point for Venture. And pretty close round actually, all 4 players inside each other. Mawalzo will drop down a tiny bit, but he's still 1 tenths behind, he's still in it. We have still a couple of corners yet to be driven. And Zykos is back to first, no, Aragon in first now, so it is a point for Funtime at the moment. Mawal is a very risky transition, will overtake Matt for 3rd place. Zykos will be inside line, Matt as well. Oh, Zykos risked it too much and crashed in the end. He went for too much of an inside line. He went for too much of an inside line, he had to risk it. So it will be a point for Funtime, and it will be a decisive points. It will be a decider. If Funtime wins this round, they win the match. If Venture wins this round, it will be a draw. This is the match point unless it's a draw. It all gets down to this. All this match, this hour and 40 minutes of match is down to 1 round, and it's this one. This is the run, and at the moment it is a draw with Zykos in first and Mawal in fourth, but Aragon got a pretty bad landing, so Mawal will overtake Aragon. Aragon, yeah, with not that much of a momentum, but he's still in it, only 2 tenths behind Zykos. Zykos still in first, but Matt is very close behind him. Very good section by Mawal, catching up a bit to the top 2. So right now it would be a draw because Venture would score this point. It would be the tie. Only a few more corners to go. Mawal still in front of Aragon. Aragon is 0.3 behind. Oh, but Aragon will catch up too. Oh my god, Zykos almost crashing and Matt giving it up. But it will be Zykos winning this round with a 56.79. Matt with a 0.84. What a run. What a run. And Mawal will hold up first, 3rd place pretty convincingly with despite Aragon. Aragon risking it at the end, but he did the same as Zykos. He went for full inside and he crashed at the end. He crashed at the exit of the corner. So GG, that's a draw actually, and that's a deserved draw if I can say so, because both teams played very well, and both teams played equally well, in my opinion. It was such a close match. Yeah, the draw is pretty much the fairest result we could get tonight. So that was the match between the 1st and 2nd place of the group, and they end up getting a tie. So that's how close the tech competitions are at the moment. That was a very good showcase of what tech competitions are. And yeah, thanks Sammy, thanks for the match, it was very good. So yeah, if you want to show someone that tech is actually good to watch, I guess you can show him this match. It was a very good one. And yeah, now let's see who we can host to rest from this. Looks like let's find out who's live at the moment. Looks like we'll raid virtual.